Algo Production.
See, don't be on the road too tough, but I still cut you with the local tugs. Coulda ran off the plug, but I kept it real and I showed him love. Lil' bro got the poker tucked, where we grow up is so corrupt. Fancy me on the block, go nuts, I'm not in my bag, I'm loading. Back then it was hand to hand, nowadays I don't have no involvement. In the trap I stay on my own, I'm home alone, Macaulay coking. YJ no commented that it's complicated, cause the case still open. The boys in blue tryna find them clues in the station, problem solving. Bro just jumped out the ride with a mask on face like he dodging COVID. Jumped off the porch and went my own way, no way I don't owe no orders. Free all the guys and rest in peace to all of the fallen soldiers. The world full up of impactive distractions, so we all lose focus. I think out loud, what comes out my mouth, I can't control it. Live yours on a chain, I'm sold it. Soon come out with a custom clothing. Fuck's sake, you must be joking. Sid's outside of the cup patrolling. How did they know about it?
Welcome to the General Podcast where we speak everything original and pivotal. Guys, we're on another episode of Upcoming Masters, of course, and we're still in the Gosh area. Today I got a very special guest with me, guys. He's a painter, he's an artist. He's a guy who communicates in the form of brush strokes, wanswara, and putting his hand on the canvas and focal points and all that, you know what I'm saying. My man, the one and only, I like you guys to help me welcome my man Khalil.
Thank you.
What's up, Khalil, man?
Thank you, my man. Ali, and thank you guys behind the scenes too.
Shout out to my team, my excellent team, my beautiful team. Thank you, Khalil, man. You're the first one to actually shout out to my team out there. And man, that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my team is always behind the scenes and they're trying to make this happen. I like to also give a shout out to my team. They the best, man. They the best.
Respect, guys.
They be making this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Rams, I got my man Voyo, and I got my audience right here. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all niggas for coming through though. But guys, we're here for the one and only man, the important man on the scene, Khalil. As you guys can see, all of this painting behind me right here is done by the one and only man. This man right here. Talented young man. Khalil, before we do anything, man.
Yeah.
We'd like you to tell the people what you represent, who you represent, where you come from. People want to know who you represent, man.
Okay.
So just tell them a little bit about you, what you do, your background, and who you represent.
Yeah.
Just in a short story.
Okay. It goes like this. Nothing too complicated. Basically started out, I think it was in primary. Yeah. My day one nigga was present through everything. He knows it. So if I'm lying, he'll call me out. Yeah. So
I
started back in primary. Mm-hmm. I used to love a popular show called Dragon Ball.
We
Yeah, I think everybody knows it. Shout out my nigga Goku. Yeah.
There's a lot of Naruto.
Yeah, it's anime inspired a lot.
Yeah. So that's where you get the inspiration from.
That's why I get that was the first time I fell in love with the visual arts of anything. If you watch Dragon Balls, right? Yeah. You know there were powers, there were auras. Those niggas were colorful.
Dope shit.
That's
Super Saiyan people even changing the color.
So my nigga Goku and stuff like that. So that's when it started. I started out drawing, obviously, pencil, stuff like that. And then I think there was a time when local primary I didn't say.
What?
Yeah, and then get to sell.
Dope shit. Listen, dog. I got to cut off for anything. Bro, I remember I had a good friend. Ne? Yeah. I had two best friends go primary. Yeah. Shout out to them niggas. I don't want to call out their names yet because I know I want one of them to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he's been like, yo, that's super that's so not unfair, because of choosy how and I'm podcasting without profiling me and all that. So it's I'm choosy. So I was like, "Aight, nigga, chill. Get out Lisa Mare on the second segment or maybe something like that. Second season or whatever." This nigga was so good at drawing, bro. Damn, bro. He's still in the artist space.
Yeah, still moving.
So he did what you do. What you talking about right now?
I was selling.
He would draw pics, study Kolo, Goku, Hulk, and sell this shit to niggas who couldn't draw.
Yeah,
That's what you were doing.
Yeah.
Damn,
Even
nigga.
with the project, where it's the project, draw about arts and culture and
Yeah,
stuff.
about technology,
Even
bro.
with that, like
Sure.
I used to do that.
Okay,
But
okay.
it wasn't really into Loreng. I took it like seriously like that. I just saw it as like it's something I can do, Wabo.
So it was a hobby, Bailey.
Yeah, it was a hobby.
Okay.
But not knowing or it's a God given talent actually. Like it's the one thing that I actually feel resonates with my soul. Above, like besides others, there are other things I do too. But this one, when I'm inside it, I feel like I'm doing something. So moving on.
Nice. Okay.
Moving on, and then I started painting. Like it's actually quite recent. I started painting maybe I think 3 years ago. Like painting on
the canvas.
Yeah, like painting on that. I started 3 years ago.
3 years ago, bro, with such progress, man.
Yeah, 3 years ago. But it was something that was in the making for a long time, Abo, until before it got to this point. So one day I was just sitting, and then right after high school and stuff like that, I had nothing to do and stuff. So I was working as like I don't know, like a construction worker, but at that time I was focused on like woodworking, making desks and stuff like that.
Okay, nice.
So sometime I took maplanka obo. Ha ke qeta ho spana, ha ke nka maplanka ke tla mo tlung ka ona. Ha ke qeta ho nka maplanka, I was like, man, I could make a frame with these and cover it up and make a canvas because I had a nail gun and everything.
Bro, that's dope, bro.
Yeah, so it's just an idea that just sprang up in the moment, and I did that.
So you were just juggling ideas and basically just, smashing ideas together to see what you could come up with.
Exactly.
That's nice, man. That's creativity right there, bro.
That's what it is, like the essence of it. It wasn't like anything that was too complicated. It wasn't anything that was too complicated. So I just started with that. I took those things and then I canvas, and then there's this show called Adventure Time also. It's also like an anime cartoon.
Yeah.
So I did that too. I painted. There's a tree house that Finn and Jake lives in, and then there's this particular picture of a sunset behind it, and I just thought it looked cool. So I painted that, and it came out great. My first time. No, the actual house. Yeah, the scenery. It's a landscape. The scenery, their house, everything, even the little details.
Nice.
The little windows and stuff, I painted them.
Okay, wait. Before you carry on, how long did that actually take you to starting from the first day until the last day you finished it? How long did it take you to complete the whole?
Mind you that when I did it, it's like something clicked inside me. So I actually did it in a day.
Damn, bro.
And when I say in a day, like less than that. I did it
hours
in a day.
though.
Hours. Maybe 6 hours. Because of like human limitations, I had to step back, take pieces. Well, I had to
human limitations. Guys. If we didn't have these limitations, if we didn't have to, go there.
Go there. Use it.
Shit,
so stuff like that, eating and stuff. But I did it in like 4 hours because I was in the zone. They call it the zone. I was just in the zone. I did it. I painted it, and it came out great. And the response was crazy. The response was crazy. Everybody around me was like, "Bro, this is what's up." And then I did another one. And it was actually like it was a big ass painting. It was a big ass painting because that time I did the small one and I saw the reaction. I was like, let me go for something big. It was big. I think it wouldn't fit here. It wouldn't even
bigger than this one here.
Like it was bigger than this one. Maybe 4 times bigger than this.
What, nigga?
Yeah.
That's like planet Neptune, dog. Yeah. Planet Neptune or what? It's 4 times bigger than Earth, right? I think.
I really don't know. But yeah.
So big. That's big, dog. Like, what were you drawing on that? Like, what were you doing?
I drew. It was a landscape too, like a combination of like a hellish day and a day in heaven.
Damn,
like a day in hell and a day in heaven.
I wish we had that painting behind.
Yeah. But the problem is, I sold it. It's long gone, man.
God damn, nigga, you sold it.
I sold it. Like these ones were the ones that like I was attached to, or they just got damaged in the process. Yeah, these ones are like the one, especially this one. I've had a lot of people trying to buy it, even recently. I don't want nothing.
You like it too much?
Like, I like it too much. Like, the first time I drew it, I just felt connected to it. So,
bro, it's just so elegant, man.
yes.
I don't know. There's something about it that resonates. It's just,
Right.
It talks to you in. It's like the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah.
Ne? It's that deep. The fact that she's a woman.
And also, like, I'm biased, but the melanin, the blackness, like, of it. Like,
I dig the melanin. Ne?
Yeah.
The melanin talks is like the melanin is talking about more about the culture.
Yeah.
It's talking more about the you know the traditions and where you come from.
That's where I was
the
going.
roots.
That's where I was going.
But then I see something on the forehead that looks like something like a third eye. What's that?
I was obviously trying to express some divinity with this picture and some, like, it's a representation of, like, a state of enlightenment and, like, higher vibrations as we put it and
because
stuff.
there's no
Exactly.
there's no
pupils.
There's no pupils. Iris. So that means okay, she's in a trance or something.
Like, she's in a trance, but I wouldn't call enlightenment a trance. Is it a trance? I don't know, but if you want,
I don't know. I'm not so spiritual, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I want you to tell me what it is, because looking at it right now, that's what I'm thinking. Whether you could correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Because what I'm seeing is from Matlo out, it's like she's in some sort of not trance in a bad way, man.
Oh, like the avatar state.
Yeah, it's like in a higher consciousness.
Yeah, that's exactly
like
what it is. That's
something
exactly
like
what
that.
it is.
Yeah.
So that's what I drew there. So that thing also represents, like, a third eye and stuff.
Yeah,
And a third eye, there's a lot to talk about that. But
we could talk about it the whole day, man.
yeah. So that's and then I drew the I don't know, Duke, we call it that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what they call it, like, in English. And then I drew that, and then the long flowing hair as, like, a stigma to, not like a stigma, but a statement to our, because to black females and long hair, it has not always been, like, associated before in the past, or unless they have extensions, of course, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I've seen pictures of, like, women with, like, long hair and stuff like that, and I believe hair has a spiritual significance and stuff like that.
As in, like, the hair carries, like, the power behind some sort of strength, Yamoto, or what?
Exactly, like
something like that.
Like something like there was, Nikola Tesla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that nigga talked about, like, siphoning electricity from, like, the ether, from, like, the like space from, like, around us. There's literally an unlimited amount of electricity around us if we just tap into it. So, have you ever had the sensation when, like, the hair on your arm stands up and, like, they're there?
Yeah.
I believe that thing is like a manifestation, and it is telling us that our hair actually helps us scan our environment.
Like a sensory organ, something like that.
Yeah, like a sensory organ. As much as you can touch something with your thumbs and feel it, your hair can probably sense, like, things that your other senses cannot identify, but your hair can. So that's why even I have this afro. I'm being true to it. So
Hold up. Yo, you gotta take me back, dog. You gotta take me back.
Yeah.
Because you're going way too fast, bro. And
Okay, go on, run it back.
I'm on 50, you on 100.
Okay.
So we gotta run it back a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because
run it back.
This nigga's already so deep. He's already talking about, it's like no.
We're talking about the art original, and now we on, like, some spiritual shit. Like,
wait a minute. I like this topic. I don't want us to sway away from it. Man.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Don't get me wrong. But before we get into this topic, man, I'd like you to tell the people who you represent.
Yeah, the original thing that you asked me. Let me get back to it. So,
hey, we went so deep, guys.
Yeah, we went so deep.
God,
now I gotta bring it back.
That's crazy.
First things first. My name is Khalil, GB. So Khalil is a name that I chose because I felt like it resonated with me personally.
Khalil.
Yeah, Khalil. I felt like it resonated with me personally. I don't have any other reason except that.
Okay. That's dope.
I can't go back to it and trace it to its origin. I can't tell you any of that fancy stuff. I just saw the name, I liked it, and then I kept it.
Alright.
So that's what happened. And then after that, oh, there's no after that. Khalil GB, that's my name. GB stands for Ghetto Boy. That's where I'm from.
Representing
Yeah, I'm representing the
ghetto.
ghetto. I might not look like it. Maybe I do. I don't know.
Yo. We are from the ghetto, man.
We are from the ghetto.
We are from the ghetto. I'm not sure if we're supposed to look like we come from the ghetto, though. But
you know how society is, man, and it likes classifying people, putting them in a box. So
Khalil,
that GB stands for Ghetto Boy. If anybody doesn't know, that GB stands for Ghetto Boy. So yeah, that's Khalil GB, Khalil the Ghetto Boy. That's me. That's my name. What I represent like really the things that go unseen. The things that go unseen, like the things that people don't really wanna face or wanna acknowledge. That's what I really represent. That's what I really try to stand for. And then that's how I am. Things like how people should be, how people should act, and stuff like that. That's just the thing I go against. I'm not your normal person, like a nigga you meet every day and stuff. I'm not that. At least that's what I think. We're all different, but I like to be unique. I like to be unique. That's the shit that I push with. I like to be unique. I like to be me. So that is what I represent. I represent everybody out there who is trying to do their own thing, who ain't trying to follow rules, who's just trying to like carve their own path and then maybe pass that on to the next generation.
The boy is representing the misfits out there, man. If you're a misfit,
yeah, the misfits.
If you're a misfit, yo, I'm a misfit. I'm with Khalil.
My man.
Yo, Khalil.
Yeah.
Tell them what's going on, man. Tell them what's going on.
Yeah, so
No, wait. Where you from? Let's not forget that. Touch on where you from a little bit.
As you got it, maybe you got it through from my name. I'm definitely from the ghetto, and that ghetto's particular name is Kanana K9 Maweza. The same hood that Madlera is from. I don't know if that. Yeah. Shout out to the bro. I see he's making big moves. I just saw his picture with a Tesla and stuff. I was like, man, I never knew Teslas were that big until I saw that nigga next to like an actual Tesla. I was like, man, these things are massive.
I haven't seen the pic, but I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's been circulating on the net.
Hey man, shout out Maglero Dope Boy, man. Shout out Maglero Dope Boy. I mean, the guy's been making major moves for Clickstop Maglera as a whole, and he's been putting a lot of people, on a lot of people up there, And shout out for just putting Maglero on the map, man.
Shout out. Then like seeing him, I'm sure has inspired a lot of kids. Seeing him, like seeing a nigga from the same hood, like being at that level. So I'm sure a lot of niggas feel inspired. Like it has renewed the creativity. Like I can even see it right now. You remember back in 2015 there was a wave when STCs, the Arises, the MTs were entering the game. There was a wave for kids to follow more creative careers rather than practical ones that like our parents wanted us to follow. So I feel like niggas like Madlera and everybody's worked with like they are bringing that back, but this time they're bringing it back as not like something to do to try to fit in or like to try to get this girl or try to
trying to help the society, trying to help people chase their dreams.
Like really like try to get young people to chase the bag and to really do it, not like post pictures on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. So back to it. From Kanana, I was not born here, but I was raised here. Yeah, I was not born here.
Where were you born though?
I was born in somewhere outside Johannesburg. I think they call it Driefontein.
Yeah, I know the place.
Yeah. I was born there. But it just so happens that my mother was there at the time I was being delivered. It wasn't like, I don't know what was the living arrangement between my mother and that place, but like it just so happens that, so I was born there. I came here immediately. Just chilled, man. Just chilled. And then obviously I moved around between here, Orkney, and other places. And then, but mostly I was here. I was raised by the hood. I got like it shaped and molded the person I am today. Shaped and molded the person I am today. So as much as that's why I say I represent the misfits. Like when I say the misfits, everybody, like doesn't matter how what way you are not fitting in, like I represent that too. So that's the whole thing. That's what I represent. That's me. That's what I'm trying to get known for. And then like being really being like a person, being humble. Like I'm really trying to also push that because I see we live in a materialistic world these days. Like people are trying to outshine each other, like what you're doing, how much you got and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times when I meet niggas that I used to go to school with, like it's always that like, wow, how much you got, how you moving, like yeah, and stuff.
It's always about like status.
Yeah, it's always about stuff like that. And I never believed in that. Like a person's value is not on what they have.
That is so true and so interesting, though.
Yeah.
Okay, Khalil, man, let's move a bit back, ne? I heard you said something about construction.
Yeah.
Ne? Before you went into painting,
Yeah,
so
painting.
that deep, ne?
Yeah.
You were in construction.
Yeah,
right?
for a bit, yeah.
For a bit. Let's touch a bit on construction.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get into construction and what was going on there?
I just moved from CH, still in the same hood, CH. I just moved from CH to this side.
Okay.
We call it extension 3. I just moved from CH to this side, and then I think like a couple of weeks after that, there was this father, this timer who lived like front opposite of my house.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like I used to be putting in work in the yard, like painting the house, like doing stuff like that because we just moved into the new house and it needed renovation.
Yeah.
And I was just doing that. I was just after school. I wasn't doing nothing. Like
so you would just come home and renovate the house.
Yeah, like no, I was down with school.
That is okay.
Yeah, I was down with school. I had nothing to do. My mom was working. My sister was working. My little sisters were going to school. So I was like, let me keep myself busy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so during that gap year, you were actually renovating the house.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it like renovating. I was just like doing like mainly chores.
Bro, it still counts, bro, because not a lot of people could say they do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But at least you were doing something at home. You were doing something. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, whatever can feel discipline,
especially if it's a spam,
yeah, right. I was a very good one.
Yeah. So I just did that, and then Campo on a time as when it was like, yo, bro, man, you looking for a job? I'm like, yeah, I'm down for that. So he just told me like, yeah, be ready the next day 7. And then I was ready the next day 7, and then he actually pulled up at Amaya, and then that's how we started.
Okay.
That's how we started, and I worked with him. At that time, I wasn't working with wood as I initially said. I wasn't working with wood. It was just like hard labor construction type shit, like hard labor, busting your ass. Sorry. So
like, freedom of speech. Say what you need to say.
Yeah, man. I don't know where I think I am. Sorry, guys. I don't know where I think I am. But besides that, too, man. I just don't want people to like think I'm crazy like that. Yeah. So we just did that. We did that. We were busting down walls, rebuilding them, painting.
Damn.
Tearing down houses, rebuilding them, putting in tiles. And I'm actually good at tiling. If anybody wanna holler at me too.
You gotta market the business, dog. You gotta market the business. I mean, dog.
Yeah,
tanga only skill, dog.
Like that's what happens. That's what happens when you take a gap year. You learn unnecessary skills. Like we see this.
Not unnecessary per se.
But like it's just my lack of better ways.
Okay. You pick up.
We pick up skills. But they were actually useful skills because now that I think about it, like guys are living guy on it, even if
for real. That's what I'm saying. Let me just backtrack a little bit now. I know this is not about me, guys. Mare, what you talking about now construction working and the skills that you've picked up on,
Yeah.
they basically, I feel like they'll shape us somehow.
Yeah, they do.
They shape you in a way. In the future, you'd never know what's gonna happen, boy. I'm saying in a way, we could never know the magnetic shifts are gonna change at any time, and then we see a flood in South Africa. Go, wow. And then Jiki, we in need of people who can build our houses back.
Sharp.
What's one of it? And all we know how to do is talk.
Sharp.
What's up?
Yeah.
So we need people like you to come and build our houses, dog. You can build. Come here and build my house, dog.
I'll build it, paint it, and decorate it.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, I got it.
Like, the storm took my toilet. I can't toilet.
Yeah.
Come through, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My roof is gone. Come through, dog.
Yeah.
So, biki and you never know who this thing. More importantly, you could even start a company in the future.
Yes, that's what
and get people and get people to
wanna start a construction company in the future. Like if I don't do that, then I don't know what I'll be doing. But
because you got the skill,
and I got the experience too. Like I actually been there. I actually like spent like 8-hour days in the sun, like really putting in work. So I know what it takes and like what is. It won't be like this thing of like taking money and then sending other niggas to do it. Although we'll get to that point, but
now you'll be the boss by then, so you have a right.
Yeah, if it needs me to be down and dirty with it, I'll do it. So yeah.
Okay, man. But let me ask you this: now, what did you take away from? What did you actually learn from the construction working and that process of of being a hard labor working guy? What did you pick up from that whole process?
Yeah.
And what did you learn from that?
I'm actually glad you asked this question because what I picked up from it was patience. Believe it or not, it was patience.
Nice.
I remember this one particular time I busted down a wall. It was like a huge wall. Busted it down. So after I did that, I was already tired by then. And then I saw this big pile of rubble in front of me. And I had to clear it out.
Shit, dog.
I had to clear it out.
You're already so tired from busting down the wall.
I gotta clear this whole thing out, and then I gotta like load it on a wheelbarrow and take it like
somewhere
shift by shift, not just like put it in a truck or what, but I gotta take it. Yeah. So that was the first time I actually. It wasn't something that was like that, but that was the first time I actually picked up like a more significant lesson.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I did that, and I told myself in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna focus on the whole thing. I'm just gonna focus on the ones I can put in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And then I did that. I repeated that, and then after a while, I was like, bam, I'm halfway there, and I raised my head up again, and I was like, I'm done. So at the end of the day, I was done. I was tired, but it wasn't as bad as I initially thought.
Yo, man.
It was. So that was the first lesson I learned. It was like whatever you gotta do in life, whatever you gotta do, guys out there, like you don't gotta look at the whole thing. Look at what you gotta do for today. Do that and then move on to the next thing. Because we as I was saying, we see ourselves in these positions and we wanna like do all these things at once.
Yeah. Man.
So I actually learned that one brick at a time, put it aside and then sooner or later, you realize that you're done, you build it, or you did whatever you wanted to do. So that was the first thing.
Yo, Khalil, man, that's the most significant thing I've heard in months, bro.
For real, man. For real.
I swear, homie, I feel like, bro, you're changing something. You're changing something right here, man.
Yeah.
This is magic. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what, dog? What you just said, bro, is so real because, like, patience, né? The fact that you talked about patience, né? And you talked about taking things slowly, one step at a time, not rushing things. You know what I'm saying? It's like the fact that it's success, because all of us are like rushing to this, destination,
Yes. Everybody trying.
But we're rushing to get there. We're rushing, and the speed kills, man. So what you just said, bro, it's significant. I feel like a lot of people should just listen to what you just said there, dog, because of, I mean, you came from a space where you were working so hard and doing something that it wasn't part of your plan, but you just went down and did it because whatever and I need some stuff and I need to get shit done in order to get, shit done, to get my shit running.
Gotta buy stuff.
And that lesson that you learned, Wabo, I like the fact that I like what you said, Hore. That thing, you were taking one stone at a time, or whatever. You weren't looking at the whole thing.
Yeah, I wasn't
the whole
looking
picture.
at, like, the whole
because it's like, how should I didn't go fail? That's where the stress comes. This is
and I've
too much
noticed that
work.
things are actually worse in your own mind than they are.
And they are in reality, bro.
They actually are.
Damn, bro.
So yeah, that was the first lesson I picked up.
Crazy, man. Alright, man, let me move to the next question.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other let me put it like this. Is there any other job that you did besides construction working during the gap year or after
I was just in construction. After that I branched into like a different part of construction, which was working with wood.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was still construction, but it wasn't as like backbreaking as like the previous one I was doing.
Yeah.
So that one was much more comfortable and stuff. And it taught me to be precise.
Yeah.
Taught me to be precise. That one taught me to be precise, like, because you had to make sure that when you cut this thing, it is to the exact measurement.
Yeah.
And which was the thing I always used to struggle with. As I said, like, I'm not a person who likes to follow rules. But there are some things like you can just be...
You can't just do it the way you belong with it.
Yeah, okay. And especially because I was doing EGD and like my teachers always used to scold me for that. They were like, dude, the thing is right, but the measurements are totally off. You drew the correct thing, but the measurements are off. And like, and I used to argue with them, like, what's the problem? You got what you wanted. Why? Yeah, I always try to challenge the norm. So it was when I worked with wood, I was like, wood doesn't negotiate. Doesn't negotiate. Numbers don't negotiate. So it's either you do this or you don't, and then your shit is gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
So it was that. So that's I branched off from working with that to working with wood, and then I continued for that like for like 2 years or a year, I think. I continued with that, and then got into like trading, stuff like that.
Trading? Did you say trading?
Yeah, trading. I got into trading, forex trading.
Let's talk about that, bro.
Yeah.
What happened there?
My nigga Tricks here introduced me to it. Yeah, that's how I met him. He be killing the markets. I met him through that because I was basically like trying to like use my mind, because I just been through like a grueling ordeal of like manual labor and stuff like that. So I felt like that was my fair share of manual labor.
Oh, so you wanted to venture into something
So
new.
I wanted to venture into some other like money making ways.
Okay.
That would use my brain. So I was like, and then there was talks about it here and there, and I was like, hey man, let me try this. Let me see what is up. And then I linked up with my nigga. He taught me, got me up to speed. And then I started doing my thing. Took a lot of losses.
Like everything, though.
Like everything. Took a lot of losses. Got some good times too. Yeah, I'm still doing it on occasion. I'm not like really that much right now into it.
Okay.
Because as I said, right now, like I'm focused on these.
The beauty.
Yeah, I'm back where I should. I'm back where I should right now.
The craft, man.
Yeah, I'm back on the craft. Yeah.
Guys, we need traders on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been figuring out there's a lot of traders in the industry right now, and there's a lot of industry like talks about trading and stuff like that. So we need a couple of traders on the show, guys. You guys who come and tell us what's going on in like stock markets and what's going on, Alibaba the account and make profits, guys. Come through and tell us what's going on. Maybe you guys can put us on. You know what I'm saying? Or change the way mentality stop kids from going outside and smoking drugs. 20 rand I tshwere fela I tsenya mo marketing a trade.
Sharp.
I hodise ebe 100 rand. You know, like a skipper or tse two kuma whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and then
but we need traders, guys. We need traders. Sorry.
Speaking about the thing about trading, this is like any other thing.
Yeah.
You just gotta take the time to learn it.
Patience.
Yeah. So that was when I experienced losses. I don't want to like give forex trading like a bad rep.
Yeah.
And act like it ripped me off and stuff like that. Yeah. I did get some money. There were good times too. Like I balled and stuff like that. my nigga Tricks knows it, and I like it really paid him. Like I ate money, but this nigga.
Yeah, they're referencing you a lot, bro. You sound like you're a trader.
Yeah, bro.
This nigga.
Now you gotta come on the show. You gotta be the first trader to come on the show, Sachung, and talk about this thing. Alright, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Alright, and then.
Yeah, so I just wanted to clarify that yeah, I did take some losses, but then I ate, and then it was cool. And then that's why I actually I was like, okay, now I'm starting to have like excess funds and stuff like that. I invested in paintings stuff because I was trading, and then I had a lot of free time. I had a lot of free time.
So you need something to do with the free time.
So that was around the time that I started
the painting.
Doing these things because I was working with wood, right? And then I did the first painting, and then I did the second painting. And then I chilled for a bit, trade. And I was back at it because now time opened up. At that time, I was still working with wood. Remember that? I was still working with wood when I first started painting.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really that much time to really focus on painting. It was when I started trading that I actually had the time to get back to painting and stuff. While I'm placing orders, I just be painting, going back, checking how shit is running. So. And then, because this thing was my calling, it pulled me in, and I ended up pulling away from trading and stuff. Which now I think I gotta get back to it, but it's something else. Because they were good times.
I see your man shaking his head right there, yeah. Hey man, sorry for cutting you, ne?
Yeah.
Mario, out of all the things you said, bro, I can really tell you're an innovator, dog. You're an innovator. Man.
Yeah.
You have. It's like you don't give up on any idea that comes to you, rushing to your head.
Yeah,
you just give it a chance. You just give it a chance. So then let me see what I think is a guy this thing. That's positive, bro. What else?
Yeah. Because that would be going against my image if I said I represent everything that people try to dismiss, and then I dismiss things. And that's crazy. So especially Forex and stuff, it's not really a main career path that you can go to school proper school for
and learn about it and stuff like that.
So that was one thing that was appealing to me when I first heard about it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stick it to the man. They're gonna just see me chilling and chowing man. I was like, I'm gonna challenge the system with this thing. So it just worked out to a degree. It just worked out to a point. So that's what's up. But back to the art. The art is the main thing.
Okay.
It's the main thing. Everything.
Let's go back to the art, man. Talking about the art, I heard you talking about Goku and the animations and all that. Yeah. I know it inspired that's what inspired you to draw in primary. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah. You'll correct me when I'm wrong, boy.
Yeah.
I want to ask specifically about the art. The brush strokes, the canvas, and all that.
Okay.
What basically inspired you, or who impacted you to start doing this specifically?
This is where I say I'm a misfit. It wasn't anybody who particularly inspired me, because I don't really follow the classic painters your likes of Picasso's and Van Gogh and
Because I thought you were gonna say something close to Van Gogh, Picasso,
Yeah, as a painter, I respect them for what they've done for the whole painting scene. Painters are taken seriously because of those dudes. So I checked out I also checked out their work and stuff like that, but. I only knew about them after I was painting and stuff.
Okay,
I only knew about them after I was
when
painting.
You started doing your research about painters.
Yeah. Okay. I only knew about them after. When I picked up a brush, I never painted anything a canvas before. I was just painting walls. So I think maybe it came from that. I just did it, and I picked up a brush, and I just and it worked.
First piece, bro.
My first piece. I wish I could show it to you, bro.
Guys, where's the talent, guys? I want to start painting, guys. I want to start holding a canvas and doing my stuff.
Yeah.
Brush strokes and stuff like that. Maybe like Khalil.
Who knows? Who knows?
Start rocking afros and stuff. Ish, man.
I feel like Bob Ross with this F. He's another painter too. Like
Dope stuff, man. Dope stuff. Ah, man. No, I really love your work, bro. It's dope, man. It's really dope. It's really dope. But Ish, I want to ask you more about the spiritual side, because I heard you talking about spiritual aspects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something, man?
Sure.
When you draw, it's like this painting that you drew right here. What comes to your mind before putting it on the canvas?
Yeah. Okay.
How do you come to think about the creativity and all that? How you're gonna put it on there, and the idea of what you're gonna do there and what you're gonna paint there? How do you okopanya jwang to go feel?
Let me tell you about this particular one.
Okay.
How like it came about. Because this particular one I feel like will answer your question.
Yeah.
Like more than if I tell you about these other ones. This particular one.
Okay.
So this particular one, I might dare say it was divinely inspired. Because I just made this frame canvas. I just made it, and then I scrolled through like what do you call it, Pinterest. Yeah, I scrolled through Pinterest. I scrolled through like Google. I looked at some like African women. I looked at some African women. Like I looked at them, and at that time, like I was really feeling like dark skinned women, and I was really in love with like actually being a black person. I might just put it like that.
So you were like trying to go back to the roots.
Yeah, because because I just felt like I was out of touch with the my blackness. I don't know how, because I was always around black people, but I just felt like
I feel like I understand what you're saying. At some point you feel like I feel like you start losing the concern and the type of respect you should be putting on your culture and your traditions. So I feel like that's what you're trying to talk. That's what you're trying to say. Okay, you felt like you should just go back and connect with your roots.
Because at that time I even started walking barefoot.
That's called grounding.
Yeah, grounding.
It's like
exactly. I even started walking barefoot. I remember like my feet used to scream at me, but I pushed through it. And then also there was like
I know you're a very spiritual person, dog. Ne? You follow spirituality, ne?
Like I do, but I just like those things just make sense. They just make sense. I just feel like that's how we all should be living. I don't like try to be that person, but they just come naturally to me. When I just come across them as I'm growing in my journey.
Okay.
Yeah, so at that time I was really trying to like reconnect with my blackness, and then I was walking barefoot, and then the one other thing, it was like the language and stuff. Me and my nigga here, like we spend most of our time like on this English stuff, and so I felt at some point where like Lena no man so to just uncomfortable in my own language, uncomfortable. Like that's how deep it got. And even from Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that.
He's exposing us, He's exposing us. He's exposing us. Yeah, he's exposing us. Hey.
No, it's not a bad thing to be fluent in English as a black person, but
Mari, like I feel like what you're talking about, bro, it's actually something that should resonate with all of us, because I feel like I've been at Nagito Kitwada, and man, Nambit was gay where I was like, nah, man, you know what? I'm tired of talking this language to a point that I feel like I'm losing my own language right now. So I started speaking Soto to the teacher, and he was white, so he couldn't understand what I was saying.
Yo, so when you were really trying to get that smoke,
bro, I was like, you speak English,
Yeah.
And he has to understand me. I have to understand him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it got out of hand, man.
Yeah,
I ended up going to the principal's office and stuff like that, because he was saying ekflukom. That means I was swearing at him or something like that. And I wasn't. Trust me, I wasn't.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. So that's also the thing. You gotta be careful though when you're trying to like live your truth, and trying to like gotta be careful, because there are some forces. And then I won't try to like label anybody as like the bad guys, but what I will say is there are some forces obviously trying to prevent us from like reaching true enlightenment and like being true to ourselves. Man.
Super true. I feel like there's a lot of forces, Iblan.
There are a lot of forces in high places, in low places, middle places, like everywhere.
Trying to govern our lives too.
They trying to get you. They trying to get you. So I was at that point in my life. We were talking about this painting, right?
Yeah.
We haven't swayed off topic. We were talking about this painting, so that's where it came about. I was trying to connect with that, and then the femininity side of it, like the female side of it. It was, I love females. Not like that, but like that.
Like how?
Yeah.
Like how?
I would say I appreciate them. Like I appreciate their being called.
Put it right. Put it in the right way. You put it in the right. The way you said it first, man.
Yeah.
I prefer that way.
Okay.
I prefer that. Let's go that way. Let
me break it down.
Okay.
I see. When I say I like women, I mean it that way, and I also mean it this way. Meaning, I was raised by my mom, single parent.
Okay. I got
Then
feel
my household was only girls.
Are you the only?
Yeah, I'm the only nigga still today.
Damn, bro.
The only time there was other nigga, that was my nigga Migos, my dog. He just died a couple months ago.
Man, shout out Migos, man.
I was with me for like 9 years. R.I.P. man.
God damn. I thought you were gonna say, Ish. You know, I thought he was gonna say, Ish, my cousin, mama, I'm fit.
Oh, that was my only nigga, man. That was my only nigga.
You
That
broke
was
me,
like
dog.
the only other nigga who was in my immediate circle, like Migos. Yeah. Was I don't know if he was a golden retriever. Like, I love dogs.
R.I.P. Migos, man.
Yeah, man, he was a loyal as dog. I found him at school. Funny enough, he just
for real?
Yeah, he just saw me and he followed me. I was attending extra classes Saturday, and then there was this random dog inside the schoolyard. People were surrounding it. It was cute. It was small, a puppy. Yeah, people were all around it, and then I also wanted to see what was going on. I peeped through, and then this dog and I just like locked eyes, and then like that connection just formed. I know it's gonna sound weird, like a movie or some shit, but that's what happened. You just locked eyes, and this dog was like, "This is my new home. I'm going home with this." Yeah, because after that I picked it up. It was cute. It smelled nice, and then
that is the craziest story I've ever heard of someone adopting a dog.
Yeah,
bro.
Maybe I kidnapped somebody's dog. But he had a good life, so whoever he is.
Bro. Hey man, I mean you locked eyes, bro.
Yeah, we locked eyes.
Yeah,
I'm sure you locked eyes with that dog. The first time you saw it, I locked eyes with it.
That's too powerful, man. That's too powerful.
So we locked eyes, and then I tried to walk away. That dog followed me, and then, that's what happened. Yeah, and then what were you talking about? I think I'm off topic, but
yo, bro, I just carry on with the dog story. I'm loving this shit, dog.
Okay, so that dog saw me, and then it continued. I walked. I was gonna attend. It was Saturday morning. I was attending math that time, and then my teacher was an Indian woman. Like, she was super great at her job. Like, I have nothing negative to say about her.
Oh, no, can I get that guy?
Valtech.
Okay, shout out Valtech.
Yeah, shout out Valtech. There were some terrible teachers. I won't name any names. Shout out Valtech.
Every school has a couple of those.
Yeah, but I feel like there were a lot there. But it's nothing major. So I think this part is really gonna get you. I walked in a class,
Okay.
I walked, and then the kids start laughing. I look at myself. I'm like, what the fuck? Then the kids start laughing. And then the teacher's like, is that your dog?
Oh.
Now look, the puppy followed me.
Damn, nigga.
The puppy followed me.
You thought there was something wrong with you?
Yeah, I thought there was something wrong with me. The kids were laughing at the puppy. When I walked in, he walked in behind me.
God damn, dog.
And then they just thought it was cute and stuff like that.
They started laughing.
So they asked me, was this your dog? And I saw the reaction from the ladies, and I was like, yeah, this is my dog.
Nigga, I dig that, dog. Hey, nigga.
You know, I always got a cool.
Shit, I wish that was me, nigga. Dog, I would have played that shit differently, bro. I would be like, yo, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Puppy, come sit on my lap. Yeah. God damn, nigga.
But she chased me out of the class. As soon as I admitted it was my dog, she was like, man, well, you can't be in here with a dog. And then,
plus que scared
and then she asked me, I was like, now I want this dog now, like, because after the reaction I saw from it, like, when I'm feeling kind of connected to it, I'm like, now I want this dog. So I skipped those classes. I went back home. I hiked with the dog. Hitchhiked, stood at the side of the road. So the nice thing about being like a school kid, like in this area, like in this specific Matlosana area, here in the Northwest. Like you can hike as a school kid as long as you get the school uniform. They don't ask you for money. Like
For real?
now stuff is getting wavy now. They're kidnapping people, but a few
Ish.
years ago, like we used to do that, man. A whole month I would do that and just save money.
Nice, man.
Whole month, yeah. I would just do that and save money. But we mostly did that during like exam sessions because you come to school, you ride 2 hours, and then after that, what you gonna do? Wait until 2 o'clock, and like you see,
gotta just take a hike, man.
So we did that.
Okay.
I hitchhiked with the dog.
Yo, I don't want us to sway too much, man. I love the story about the dog, bro. That is so dope. That is epic, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the joy, because I don't want us to sway away. I don't want to sway too much.
Yeah, we are off topic right now, but yeah, man.
Okay, let's go back to what you were saying there.
So the blackness of it, and then I explained that the long hair, it is connecting us to like it is like basically our sixth sense. Yeah, it is basically our sixth sense, and then I chose the blue lips because the blue lips, man, they just represent our life. They represent life. I feel like blue. I associate blue with life. I don't know if other people do.
Like water,
blue, green,
and,
those two. I associate it with water, and then
that makes sense.
Because even the good book says like your tongue carries the power of life and death. Like so, there. Even other spiritual scriptures too talk about that. So the blue was there for that try to like represent the lively aspect of things, and then like the almost like the freshness of it. I don't know, the freshness of it. Yeah, because like
okay, that's very interesting, bro. Yeah. But I can see behind this painting, ne?
Yeah.
Most of the things that you're talking about are spiritual aspects that were kind of like influencing you to paint this.
Yeah.
Ne? So are you saying, Jorge, most of the time when you draw or when you paint, is it mostly the spiritual aspects that get to touching you and that get to like inspiring you to put it on a canvas?
Yeah.
Because I see most of your drawing are concerning nature too much. Nature. You see the moon right here.
Yeah.
That's the sun, or is it?
Yeah, that's the sun and moon. Like it's actually let me tell you, it's not like it's not set in like the like this realm. So
okay, I can see some of them are not in this realm because of the colors. Because of the colors of the atmosphere and stuff like that.
There's actually a sun behind the moon. The big one is the moon, and then there's a sun like it's going down or it's coming up. I don't know if you can see it like right there. It's going down.
Right here.
Yeah, that's the sun, right? That's the actual sun, and then the giant thing behind it is the moon.
Wow.
And then those are the mountains and stuff like that. So these are actually two different worlds. But you just seeing them from an angle, they look like they are connected, but there's actually a vast space between them. You would need a spaceship to get to that moon, but it is aligned to a way it can reflect on this other planet's surface. Like this is the lake.
I can see
that moon is reflecting
on the water.
Yeah. So that's actually what it is.
Okay, what's that?
Up here is also like an alien
planet
landscape, kind of. Like a million. I even called it the name of this painting is a million light years away.
Sure.
Yeah, a million light years away. So
because you can just see. Yeah. I mean, how did you do this, bro? The color that color looks like something like a radiant light or something. Like radiancy.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to capture. Like I was trying to like blend them in nicely, and then because I was trying to capture a sunset, but obviously I wasn't trying to capture an earthly sunset. I was trying to capture something more. So that's why you see it the way it is. You can even see the stars like in a different way than you would if the sun was present on Earth. Like so, it's just something different. And actually, there's one thing I wanted to note about this one. Like if you actually look at this painting, you will notice that she is a goddess and she is creating her world. Like everything is coming from her.
Okay.
Yeah, if you notice that everything is coming from her, like it's
Are you saying she's manifesting things into reality?
She's actually doing that. That's what she's actually doing at this particular moment. She's manifesting things into reality, and then that cloud at the top of her head represent the negativity. You know, there's always
the dark.
The darkness and stuff. But I wanted to show like it isn't encompassing her whole being. She's not inherently like bad. She just like it's a part of her. But like if we were to put it in terms of numbers, she's like 10% bad and like
90% good.
Yeah, because the whole overall vibe of it is brightness and radiance. So that's the thing.
Hey, guys, this guy is too deep, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey.
Oh man,
This guy is too deep.
I gotta
guys.
stop going too deep, man. I gotta stop going too deep.
No.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it, man. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Sharp.
I like it.
Yeah, but
because
the discussion.
I like the fact that you're different, dog, and the fact that you're talking about different things.
Sure.
About the terms we're using right now. About people gotta go Google this shit. And you know what I'm saying? There's not just things somebody say about. You feel what I'm saying? No, bro, don't apologize for stuff like that. We're educating people here. Listen, guys. Listen, guys. Khalil is putting you on. So if you're not hearing this right now, I don't know what you're doing. Because it's like the things that you're talking about, bruh, are things that we should be learning about. I feel like it's not the basic education you should be getting because
and because like my niggas knows these two niggas of mine, they know. I always say that like the whole educational system I think is flawed. I'm not against school, but I just think like it could be better.
Yeah.
I just like
I feel like we all. I feel like most of the Gen Z are advocates for that. Yeah, Gen Z ish generation. I wanna know we advocates for a new academia.
Yeah, it's time for change. Like within the like academical system and stuff. It's time for like change. It's time for change because it has been the same way, and especially for like people who are creatives, I just feel like it is like torture to their souls to be like in that actual environment. So I just feel like they could just not kind of try to kill creativity and like imagination. I mean, like is that so bad? I know we gotta get real and live in the real world, the responsibility and stuff. But if life was just black and white, I don't think like everything would be great. So we gotta spice it up here and there. So I just not like spice it up, as in like make it fun. I just mean like incorporate other things into school that are actually interesting and like really valuable in the real world.
What would you recommend if they would ask you, Raymond? What would be a few changes that you would? Recommendations, if what would you say?
Yeah, so all the scholars are gonna scold me because I'm not even a scholar, but I'm talking on like education and changing it. But
free-minded. I get you've been in the school in the systematic approach. In the system as gay and being involved in school. So I think we all have a fair we all have a fair chance of speaking our mind when it comes to topics like this. So obviously maybe some of us were treated unjustly because gay. Maybe some of us didn't like this thing of being incorporated with other kids in the same class and having to be in this competitive being programmed. So if you were like if you were to be asked, let's say, don't take it too deep, we're just asking more briefly, if you had to make a recommendation, how would you change things?
Firstly, as I said, like because I'm gonna be a little biased on it, but for creatives, I would just make it like a little more comfortable for them to really express and explore their talents without people looking at them or saying things that will discourage them. I would just do that, and I just feel like also like emotional education is like also as much as important as like the other subjects that we teach. So I just feel like if there was like an emotional subject, like where we just teach people about their emotions, like just because somebody says no, that doesn't mean that person hates you and they want you to go to hell and they're gonna burn down your whole house. No, they just say no because maybe they're not in a correct state of mind at that time, or they they sometimes they genuinely don't want to do what you're asking them to do.
Yeah.
So like just emotions in general, just because right now I just feel like we are like out of check with our emotions. Like I see emotions running wild. Like people are just like everywhere. People are just like everywhere. Nobody really like got their emotions control like that because like we moving scared. We too scared to offend people, and people be taking stuff like even things that aren't even really that bad. Like people take them to heart, and then I just feel like everybody's over emotional, or if not over emotional, they just like a mess of emotions.
Niggas be waking up angry, dog.
Yeah, niggas be mad like at random times in the middle of the day. You just chilling with a nigga, and niggas be mad. I'm like, nigga, you was just
niggas
like,
be mad at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, nigga, you mad at breakfast or what?
Like, let me take this niggas. I understand niggas. It's worse when it comes to females. Like I live with them. Like I just be waking up.
They way too emotional.
The first thing I hear is somebody trying to shout at me, and like I'm one person. Like I prioritize my peace, and I prioritize things that are beneficial for me in the long term. Such as when I wake up, for me to be productive and be like an actually like a person throughout the whole day, I need to like maybe take like 10 minutes and take my time. So yeah, so I just feel like those things, emotions, art is there in schools, but it is not being let loose.
Yeah,
it is not being let loose. It is being put in a box. Nope, you can go there. Nope, you can go there. Yeah, you can continue like this.
People always have a stigma against it.
Like that's why I think if you look at my art pieces, there's something unique about them. Is that I'm a self-taught artist. There wasn't like nobody telling me like, no, you can't do this. Even if there are some mistakes, there will be mistakes. But overall, these are purely based on my experiences, skills, and talents, not influenced by some. They were influenced by other things, but I don't want to like be like I was schooled. I just this thing God gave it to me. So I just feel like some other things are just beyond this realm. So we can't try to classify them. So even the spiritual side, they could put it there. So those were the three things that I feel like we could change them to answer your original question.
Nice, man.
Those are the three things.
Okay. I have a few questions about concerning your paintings, ne?
Yeah.
The one behind me right here, you said something about aliens.
Yeah.
You believe in aliens?
I totally do.
So do you believe in God?
Yeah, I do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, story for another day, ne? Hey, man, I need you on the second segment because I feel like there was a lot to talk about.
This up part two.
I need you on the second segment, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, just before we close it, ne, I have a few questions that I have to like just ask you. And we haven't asked you first before we go anywhere. Your star sign. What's your star sign?
My star sign is Leo.
Leo.
Yeah, I'm a Leo. I'm not really big on that, but yeah, I am a Leo.
Okay, give us your birth month and the day. Birth month, don't give us the year. Just birth month,
okay. This is gonna be weird. I actually don't really like talking about. It was yesterday. My birthday was actually yesterday.
Happy belated, dog.
Thank you.
Okay, let's sing for him. Everybody come, Yanni. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Yo, man. But shout out, dog.
It was yesterday.
Happy belated, dog, man.
I don't have to tell people it's August the 8th. I feel like yesterday they know what date it was yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday. But they know. They know.
The 8th, it's August. For everybody out there.
What's one fucked up thing that you would change about the world?
The hate, man. The hate
in general, man.
The hate. It's too much. I won't try to like be philosophical, but the hate, man.
Nice, man.
The hate is
Let's not take it too deep, man. The hate.
Yeah, just the hate.
Man,
overall
like,
hate,
I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
Because hate just makes us do so much drastic things to each other. And because of hate. Because of jealousy. I don't know, killing each other happy because of hate and stuff like that.
How many wonderful things could we have had as a society? As like whole humanity if like there wasn't hate.
Okay, next question. I like this question there.
Yeah.
Because it gives the the podcast a lot much lighting and yeah. Shape your soul person, if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand what I'm saying,
okay,
you just tell me to get
yeah.
Do you understand the
my
question?
soul person? I think I understand you. Understand you. But just to be safe, you can elaborate on that.
Okay. What I mean is, the type of person you would want to be with for the rest of your life.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's your soul person.
Oh, my soul person.
Just describe the aspects that.
Okay.
Yeah, just describe.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, I feel like a good-natured person, like a kind-hearted person,
Nice.
a pure-hearted person.
Yeah.
They don't have to be like perfect, but a pure-hearted person, and obviously like preferably if they are black, that would be great.
Y'all see this picture, bro. Come on, y'all see this picture.
Yeah.
The guy has something for the melanin.
Yeah, I'm crazy about my race, man. I don't know, man. I just love it. I just love being black, man. It's so cool. It's extreme.
What else?
So and like I would need them to be funny, man. Like I've noticed like in a lot of girls, like girls really like personality and especially pretty girls. Yeah, I would want my person to be pretty, né? But I don't want her to like build a whole personality based on like being I'm pretty, yeah. And every time I'm around her, I always gotta like be thinking how to keep her interested. I want a person I can also just chill and then for hours and hours be entertained. Not saying I want a person to be my like
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, but like
you don't want a person who's too serious.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have a sense of humor.
Yeah. Like we can't really be chilling, be vibing like that. I don't want a person like that.
But what's here, man? Ish. What's here?
And she must be freaky too.
Yo, you're going too deep, Khalil.
I'm sorry. I'll bring it back.
Sorry, listeners.
We'll
sorry.
Cut that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should ask you this, man. But let me just shoot it to you.
Yeah.
Tell me the best relationship advice you've ever got or that you tell someone.
The best relationship advice I think I can think of at the top of my head that I know, love, and feel like it's true is like love and let live. Yeah, love and let live. I don't know where I got that from, but love and let live. This just means like love somebody, but still let them live. Like let life happen. Love and still let life happen. Whatever's gotta happen, let it happen.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We're sitting with a scholar here, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think, let's say you are painting, do you think this career as a painter is gonna define the type of lifestyle that you're gonna live?
Yes, it definitely will. It definitely will, because I like to think of myself as like a bit of an eccentric person, like not your top of the meal guy, like not your normal person, like so. They will definitely like impact my lifestyle and how I live in the future, because I don't wanna be like in a place whereby I'm constricted 9 to 5 and stuff. I don't have problems with those 9 to 5. Shout out to those guys who are doing that. They keep our economy running and everything. Big respect to y'all. But like how I wanna approach my life, I want as much as my art to be free, I also want it to be free. So I feel like that's how it's gonna translate into my life. The freedom that my art portrays is gonna be the freedom that I chase and live.
Nice, bro. Yeah. Nice. Perfect answer.
Thank you.
I know this question is really tough, but I know for all of us it applies. Do you think that losing a loved one affects the human capabilities?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Have you ever lost a loved one?
Not like personally, like
someone close to you.
like not like really that close. Everybody like I really love like that is still alive, except my nigga amigos. Shout out.
Migos.
Migos. I still haven't gotten over that. Migos is my dog. If anybody doesn't know, like Migos is my dog. I just lost him recently.
Yo man, R.I.P. Migos.
Yeah,
bro.
Migos. That's the one death that actually like has impacted me. Because other than that, my grandma died when I was really small. Like when I was really young, so I don't really have memories from that, the pain, the trauma, and then like I didn't really have to heal from that because it never really affected me like that. But when my dog died, let me tell you, it might sound like a joke, but when he died, it really put something in my mind, like a different perspective. I was like, you know what, life is really short. Like I know we know that, but life really is really short. And I was like, I tend to procrastinate a lot, and I tend to like not handle business as I should. And then I was like, what if this thing happens to one of my closest like people, the people in my inner circle, and then I was not able to like let them see me live my capabilities, or like me be, because these people who are around me, they believe in me like nobody else. They believe in me like nobody. Like the love that they give me, the support and everything like that. Like they're just the most wonderfulest people on the planet. So I just wanna like prove them right, basically. I just wanna prove them right. So I would really hate for one of them to just pass away and not get to see what
see you flourish.
Yeah, because they do see it, they do believe it, even when I don't sometimes.
Man.
I think that's the thing that keeps me like moving. It's them, like, because especially my nigga here, like my nigga like has really been a big part of my life. Like he has really, like my nigga, even when there were times when I feel like, man, I'm not even worth it, like he would not try to encourage me, but he would just show me my worth. He wouldn't come and just like nah, he would just show me my way. He would just treat me, and he would just remind me of my standards. He would just remind me like in a unique way. I can't really put it into words. He would just remind me of my standards, like, dog, this is you.
Epic.
Yeah, so
epic.
That's the one thing that
I like the togetherness. I dig that brotherhood and brotherhood and jag. I'm sure you look at this guy, you see a brother, man. You as well.
Like closer than a brother, man. Like this is my like, bro. I've been knowing this nigga since like preschool days. Yeah. Yeah, he knows. Like, he knows.
Nah, man, I like it. I
used to draw stuff for him too. He loved it. Yeah.
Ish, man, we're at the end of the show, man, Khalil.
Yeah,
it
went by so fast, man.
Man. We just have this time is up, man, and the team just told me. Is there anything you'd like to say to your viewers, or before we end it?
Yeah, not much, but like to everybody out there who's watching, man, like to sum up everything we have said, and then how the show has been and what we talked about, it's like, let's try to embrace our different, like our uniqueness. Let's just try to embrace that. Let's just try to live our life, and then no judgment, no hate, no nothing negativity. Just throw it to the side. Keep it pushy. Love.
Thank you so much, Khalil, man, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yo, that's Khalil and your host, Samkelo Ali, man. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching the show and who's been liking and subscribing to the podcast. Sorry for that. We really appreciate all the love and support. Guys, as for another episode of the Gen Pod, we out. Finalize it.
Podcast.